Welcome back, everyone. I left you guys hanging on this car last week, but by golly, this week, she's a runner. Here we've got it all back together, ready to run for y'all, I believe. Frederick buttoned up a bunch of things on it. We've got the engine in, we've got kind of all of our sensors hooked up. Everything seems to be as it should. So let's go ahead and fire it up and see what it does.
Might help to add those.
Yeah, might.
Just like we knew she would. Hope you guys enjoy this week's video. Let's get into it. Of course it would turn on as I'm trying to talk to you guys, but it's not too bad in there. And I did say I'm gonna work on getting it outside, so. Yeah, we're gonna work on getting the compressor outside. Anyways, I'm working on getting my exhaust all kind of lined up. And then we ran into another issue. That's as far as the throttle cable goes. I straightened everything out, got my cradle all moved, and now the cable's too short. So, we're gonna build another one, get that all squared away. And then my exhaust was a little bound up due to the arm on the lift. So now I got the truck down, I got my hanger loose in the back. I'm gonna tighten everything in the front, put my hanger back up in the back. Frederick's working hard. This dude just, yeah, he knows what's good. A pile of yucca. Ooh, yeah.
That's what you want to see on your power steering.
Yeah. That's how you know it's working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's leaking, it's got fluid.
It's leaking out fluid. So this is all back together, looking good. I really made Frederick's day by making this happen here. Yep. New lowers, new uppers, new inner and outers, or just outers? Inner outers. Lower ball joint's gonna be pressed. We're doing new axles and brakes. Axles, brakes, rear subframe brace. Oh, a tow hook.
And a tow hook.
A tow hook? Oh man, everybody's gotta have a tow hook.
That's way somebody can steal your car super easy.
Tow it away. Whoop.
Just hook onto it and go.
And then I gotta get this guy situated. Maybe we'll grab one at the junkyard tomorrow since we're gonna be out there. We're going to pull that engine. We've got old Donnie down here, day after his birthday, and he's buying us pizza for lunch. Yeah. Pizza party on Donovan's dollar, ain't that something? And then we've got a new face, Alexa's down here, working on the blast cabinet. We're gonna be using this a little bit more now. It kind of got put on hold. We're gonna really dive back into using this thing. If Alexa likes it. If she hates it, well then we will not be utilizing it. Going all right so far? Oh yeah.
Pretty decent.
Yep. That's what we're after. Yep. Sweet. So those are looking good and going good. Here, actually, here, hold on real quick. Let me see if I can make that light a little better for you.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That might be a little better. That's where we're at. I'm gonna wrap this up on the truck. Really hopefully drive this thing around and see what we got going on. It's busy. We love it. Let's get to work. Look who joined us today. Where's the other one?
This is better.
We got a notice that our power went out at the house, so I had the wife go scoop up the dogs so they weren't dying. We got AC in here, so it's 75 degrees and nice. Working on Nacho's truck, it's going pretty well. We got Alexa out here shooting these parts up. Got them all blasted, looking good. First timer on the paint, so we're just gonna let her do her thing. I know how it is sometimes when you got cameras on you and you got eyeballs off for your first time. I don't wanna don't want to make any matters worse, and hey, can't mess them up. That's the best part about learning, right? You can't mess up when you're learning. Got the blast cabinets back up and working. Super, super happy to be just utilizing all our things down here around the shop. We're waiting for axles to come in on this one. We're gonna go ahead and replace them. They are trashed. You can pull that one right on out. So them axles are done for. The brakes are done for. But we got new lowers on, new inner outer tie rods, and new uppers. And then we also went ahead, pressed new lower ball joints. So all the front end of this thing is gonna be basically brand new here. We had Lyle and Donovan go pick up, Frederick and Donovan go pick up another car for us to work on. We did the alternator actually, and it's got more issues than that apparently. So we're gonna get that figured out and fixed. Hope you guys enjoy this week's video. We're gonna go out to Yellow Belly tonight, do a little running. Hopefully all goes well. Sleeping right here, everybody. Good morning, we made it down. A little late, but we made it. Not even late, we were actually still before the opening time here. So we're good. It's a nice casual Friday. I'm gonna call this customer with the coupe here in a little while. I'm gonna start that car up again in a little bit. We're gonna drive it around the complex, test voltages, make sure everything's just the way it needs to be. I feel bad when we have to take the for a bad alternator. If it was my fault for the part being bad, I'd take blame for it, but I didn't make that part, so it's just a stinky deal. I don't want it to happen again because it could go bad again. Frederick's in here cruising right on along. He had a great night out at the old Yellow Belly last night. It's gonna be a casual Friday. Casual. I'm gonna see if Alvin can pick me up some parts from Summit and bring them our way for the truck. I'm gonna change out the front springs, and I need him to pick up some more DOM tubing. We got a few other things we gotta do today. Alexa's gonna be down. I'm gonna finish up Brian's parts. I'm gonna have the wife make a little yellow belly video for all y'all. Donnie took the day off because he's just a slacker, you know. Schmuck, Lyle says. What else do we got? What else do we got? Whole lot of nothing. So that's where we're at. We're gonna dive into some more fun, and I might be driving this one home through the weekend. I think we're gonna bring Donovan's car down here tonight, tomorrow. I'm gonna work on the Hatcho truck today. That's actually what's gonna happen. I'm gonna work on the Hatcho truck today, guys. I gotta get it in. I gotta get the hitch moved over just a little bit. I think if we get it centered, that might help. And then I'm gonna cut down the lower bottom and put it further back, and that might help also. But I just got to, hey, there's a red robin outside, or red cardinal, yeah. Damn red cardinal, right there. All right, y'all, back to work. Here we go. Check it out, she's on the ground. All the new suspension parts are on. These are all the old ones. Old engine is out, new engine is in. It's sealed, brakes are bled. We've got new seals on the new dust seals. Brake boot covers. We're not scientific with the terms. We shortened up the air intake here. Looks like that thing could use a new filter. Yeah. Everything looks like it did when it came in. We'll throw a battery in it, hook it up. Power steering fluids in it. This thing's ready to go rip around. I'm gonna go give it a couple test drives and see, then we'll bring it back, put a tow hook, rear subframe brace, the front bumper. I'm gonna shoot a little paint on this front core support. We fixed that also, we got it all brought up. I think I'm gonna have to adjust this one a little bit. You can see someone's beat it with the hammer. They got it fitting right the last time, so we're gonna have to fix all that and get it fitting right this time. But other than that, this car I think's ready to rip. She's seen better days, but she's not bad. She's a good boned girl, and now we've got a healthy heart in her. So she should last a while. Some old Skunk 2 suspension. This gentleman really needs a good daily driver, and I think we finally accomplished a good daily driver out of this thing. Let's go rip it, find out. Yeah, exactly. even got some VTEC. I think this car is gonna be perfect. Look at that, perfect idle, perfect temperature. Oh yeah! This thing is Gucci. Power steering works good. Brakes feel awesome. I think she's a certified ripper, guys. She a one-wheeler peeler, baby.
One happy pill?
Happy, happy. Happy, happy. Let's see if this fan kicks on, and if so, we're gonna wrap this one up. Time to eat some Taco Bell. Man, just look at this place. We get it so clean on Fridays. I love it. I got the Hatcho truck in here working on it. We got this coupe outside running good, looking good. Everything is Gucci on it just the way we want. I'm gonna drive it around this weekend just to make sure. But I am currently working on the Hatcho truck, like I said. We threw a pitch together really fast for this that day to go pick up that coupe out there, but today I'm gonna fix it so I can get Donovan's car over here without a whole lot of issue. I took and cut that up. I'm gonna use this plate. I actually just flipped it around, and then I'm gonna cut me a notch just big enough in this back plate here for this guy to slide all the way in. Hopefully something like that. And then we will weld it to the floor down there. It'll go in like so, but the other way, so it can go through. Then I'll weld it to this panel, and I'll weld it to the floor, and then I will weld some more on top of it. I'm actually thinking of grabbing like a piece of 3/16 and welding down into this. Then I will weld that to make it a little bit stronger. I was gonna use this 1/4 inch here, but I have a feeling it's too thick. By the time I get heat onto it, I'll melt all the material underneath of it. So I'm gonna have to go with something a little thinner, maybe this 11 gauge. I don't know, I've got some 3/16, I've got some 1/4, some 1/8 here. I might go with this 3/16 plate, cut me a little sheet of it, set down in there and see what it does. But I'm gonna work on this thing a little bit and then go get Donovan's car, get it in here, get ready to start spending my evenings on it. I think I need to throw a little air in this tire. But overall, Project Hide a Hitch is done. Look how slick that looks. Y'all agree that looks real nice? All right, thank you. Here it is. We boogered some welds in there. They're thick daddies for sure. That plate's not going anywhere. And then look, the tow hooks, drilled holes, welded, plug welded those kind of in a sense in. That thing is stout. Hatcho truck's ready to go again. I think it's gonna work really well. It turns, it does all that good stuff. That's pretty sweet. It's really cool to have the back bumper back on it, have it really looking like a hatch. And yeah, or like a car, I guess. Looks good. We'll even put the bumper down, or the license plate down there on the bumper, I think. Maybe finagle it, make it fit. Anyways, we're gonna go get Donovan's car, head to the house, grab it, and see what we can make of it here. I think the Hatcho is gonna do just fine. Cross our fingers. Let's find out. Beautiful sunsets here in Texas. The longer I live here, the more I just love this place. We got the old Hatcho hooked up to the dolly, hooked up to the hatchback. This girl's gonna breeze on down the interstate. Hopefully this spoiler here helps keep some downforce on that Hatcho truck and keeps us straight so we don't do this number. Hey, there's no promises though. This hitch, it didn't even budge. It's solid. I'm real happy with it. It's either gonna work now or it's never gonna work. And if it doesn't work, well, I'm gonna finish the Hatcho truck sides and I'm gonna sell it because I can't use it as a truck. No point in having it if I can't pull things around like I can with the CRV or something else. Maybe I'll sell it and get an element. But let's hit the road in this thing. She's a sketch ball and a half. Hopefully we make it safe and sound.
Us.
Now that's what I call a ride right there, everybody. One and done, two and out. Yep. You don't even make it to the third strike and be out. It's two and quit. So we made it down here with the hatch. This thing does all right, but you see it just pushes it around. It's not worth the tow. Don't try this at home. But hey, it made it. I'm happy. We're gonna get it inside. We'll catch you guys in the morning. Like, we're taking host Sway's cars home tonight. This dude's rad as hell, wants us to drive it, make sure this engine we built's good. I got faith in it, but I got you, my guy. We're gonna go drive the snot out of this car. Give you back something that's good and healthy, and enjoy your nice cold AC. Haha. Catch you guys in the morning now. BK, we're gonna grab some dinner. We shouldn't even be eating out, but by golly, we're gonna cheat a little bit. It's a Friday night, date nighting it in this car. As much as I love the 8th gen, I really miss me an NAB series with a good exhaust on it. This VTEC cracks loud as all get up, sounds good, runs good. Time to make my tummy feel good. Just got our T-bell. Let's hit the interstate home. Burger King, oh man. One or the other, all right, y'all. Let's go. No puddle, no puddle. Freaking Saturday. I got a little haircut by the wife. Man, get yourselves a wife that can cut up your hair for you. We pulled the 8th gen in. We're actually doing a little bit of maintenance on this girl. Took it to Yellow Belly and beat up on it right at the turn of its oil change there, so that worked out good. And I just kind of wanted to fill you guys in on what I use to keep my engine healthy. We'll start off, little Rotella. I usually like to get the T5 or the T7. T7's the big dog one, but I ran some T5 this time in the engine, along with that good old Wix filter. Can never go wrong with the Wix. I've been using it for 100,000 miles in this car. Then we always throw in some of this Lucas. I don't use it for the stop leak, I use it for the petroleum. That's all it's good for, is petroleum. And then for our transmission, we use the good old Valvoline Synchro Mesh. Also, throw a little splash of this in there. That keeps that transmission happy. That's my combination to a successful 223 or 224,000 miles on this car. Hopefully everything's draining in the pan. It is. That's where we're at on it. 224,000. Bone stock internals for the most part. Boosted up. Y'all know the deal. Great running car. And as you guys seen, we got Donnie's car back in here. This thing's getting ready for like version 17.8. So many of them at this point. Maybe a revision 300. Who knows? We're gonna tear it all down. Pull the fenders on it. Pull the engine out at some point. But I'm gonna start with the interior on this car. We gotta figure out how to make an electric power steering pump fit in there, along with that pedal box. Mock it all, build it all, repaint it all, pulling the dash, pulling everything off of it. We'll pull the fenders off of it. Just really tear this car all the way down. Heck, maybe while it's down, we'll do body work on it, because it just drives me crazy. Looks good, people love it, but it drives me freaking insane. And if we're gonna be doing it once again, we might as well just do it once again. We'll see. It's gonna be down for a little while. We're shaving the bay, running all new lines to the back, so on and so forth. Big project. It'll take a course of some time. I'm gonna be spending my evenings on it because this girl just, she gets too much abuse on her. We need to get this one built and be beating it up. 300 horsepower, NA, K24, K20. All of these brands are in the build somewhere. We've got Drake Cartel cams, ATI dampener on it. I don't know, all sorts of good parts are going into this thing. It's got rods, pistons, bearings, springs, retainers, Ferrera, Praxworks carbon intake going on it. Can't give away all the good stuff, but that's all the good stuff that's going in there. Enough jibber jabbing. Let's get some work done on something. Let's get to work. This thing ain't no joke, y'all. Look at that amount of fluid that was in this thing. There was just a little bit in the bottom of that pan. 2 1-gallon quarts, 2 quarts of synchro mesh. 2 gallons, 2 quarts. Lots of oil in this girl, but she's got a fresh oil change. I am going to throw the cap on it right now. Just got done with the transmission. We got our Lucas put in. This thing's ready to keep on trucking. I did see just a little bit of metal down on the drain plug of the engine. Could be a sign, could be nothing to worry about. We're just gonna keep on driving it though. It's Sunday down here, y'all. I've been working on the Hatcho truck, trying to get this thing a little more rad to get sold here. We got the front put on. I still got some more to do. I'm actually gonna have Donnie probably design a little plate to go right here, and then I'm gonna throw a couple little baby dimple dies in it. Maybe we'll do one for the front. I kind of left the front open because I want to put a light bar across the front. I think that'd be rad. I put this high lift jack, put her in, she bolts in. That thing's solid. One with the old Hatcho truck there. That's all I really got done last night. Not a whole lot. I'm gonna get some lights put in this thing. But I got Donnie down here, and he's a little sad because y'all haven't been leaving comments. He wants to see some comments down there in our comment section. We're actually working on stripping down the Hatcho, or Hatcho, the hatch. Well, he is. Seats are coming out, carpet's coming out, shift box is coming out, steel plates, the dash, basically the whole interior from there forward coming out. So Donnie can get this thing ready for race mode. Went from daily slash street to street slash track, and now it's going basically track car with headlights and turn signals. That's basically what it'll be. She's got race brakes, big brakes, race engine. It's got a cage. Come on, it's a race car. That's just what it is. I gotta redo some of this front stuff now that we got that cool old CNC table over there. Donnie can build some really cool brackets for that radiator. We can get the lowers made out of some better material. Get that thing maybe sitting a little better, a little more rad that way. And then this whole entire engine bay is getting a makeover. We're gonna pull the fenders off of it, pull everything out of the front end, and give it a makeover. We're gonna clean up the shock towers. We're getting rid of all these brake lines. All that stuff's going away. We're keeping AC, getting rid of this. So we're gonna have to build a little beauty plate to cover that up unless we just wanna weld it shut. But I think do a beauty plate that bolts in, so if we ever pull all of that stuff out, which I don't see happening, something could put this chassis back to the way it needs to be, and then full paint, because we gotta fix all of this, re-weld these, get them sitting right, and then I think we're gonna clean all the seam sealer up out of this bay. I kinda want to cut these out and run maybe a tubular front section across here, so we can get more airflow here, keep everything cooler. Lots of little things we gotta do. We got air ducting on this car. I just really wanna change up a lot of things since we are actually tearing it down, and I kinda get to do it my way this time in a sense. It's Donnie's way, but it's my way. He gets to...
It was the K-tuned way before.
It was the K-tuned way before, he says, so... Which, he's got a lot of good stuff, but we're gonna get... The best thing about it is we can resell a lot. Almost everything he's bought, it'll resell to someone and go on to another project. So that's the great thing about doing these, is you can always resell parts because somebody's trying to build their project up also. This is gonna get a little tricky down in this area because the pedal box has got to go down right around that steering shaft and kind of down into the rack. So as long as I can get these lines out of the way, I can kind of come down a little bit behind it and build a box that'll box that in. It's gonna make rack and pinion stuff fun, but hey, that's part of building race cars. We don't want to put the seat behind the pillar. Well, actually, it would be kind of, that would be dumb because we'd have to take this entire cage out. You wouldn't be able to use this cage anymore. We'd have to build a whole new cage. And Donnie really likes this cage, and I really like this cage also. He's got it in here already, and it works good, so we're just gonna leave it. In order to run the pedal box, it would have to be somewhere in this area probably, and the seat would have to be all the way back here. And that just won't work for us, will it? Nope.
Nope.
Nope, nope. We might be able to stay with the factory OEM steering column, but we also may go with a motion auto column so we can fit that electric power steering box, because it is pretty girthy and I don't know how much room we got right behind here. We're gonna find out once we get this dash out though. That's where we're at. I'm gonna help Donnie with some of this, and let's turn this thing into a full-blown race car.
Woo.
Yeah. What you guys think? Should I convince Donnie just to pull everything out of it? No AC, no dash, no nothing, and just go full race car?
Weight reduction?
Weight reduction?
No, not happening. It's Texas.
It's Texas, baby.
I'll have AC all the way to the grid, bud.
AC to the grid. We even got the AC in the shop on today, you know? That's how it is.
AC all the way to the grid. Once they do that checker flag, then the AC can go off. I'll probably run AC in the warm-up lap, honestly.
You probably could.
I probably will. Till the green flag comes out, that bitch is staying on.
He says a little water on the track. Hey, no big deal.
Just warm. I'm just getting some heat in the tires.
It's hot enough that it'll evaporate as it hits the dang ground here in Texas. That's for dang sure.
Yep.
So that's where we're at on this thing. Making some good headway, I think. I don't know. Just pulling stuff out at this point, really. I'm going to have Donnie continue to pull things out. We'll get the column the rest of the way out. We'll drain brake fluid out. I think I'm gonna catch most of this though into a container and use it in something else, because it's
nice Motul 660.
Brand spanking new. It has an attempt of a track day on it, and that's about it. So we're gonna save that, but we'll get the clutch slave pulled out, get that pulled out, get a few of these other things. We can start pulling the brake lines off the firewall. I want to leave the engine, the rack and pinion, all that stuff kind of in place for me to build that pedal box. so I make sure I don't interrupt anything there. If we got to make some changes to the inside of the car, that's fine. I don't want to lose something good that's going out here. It's got compliance bushings in it. You've got the Quaife quick steer in the rack. Yep, so there's a lot of little things that I don't want to disturb in this area, but we can remove some things out. We are going to, when we pull the engine, do full tucked harnesses at this point. We've got to get the AC lines in this thing.
Instead of doing pedal box first, shouldn't you do electronic power steering first, so you actually know where the rack's gonna sit?
Pedal box first.
Pedal box first?
That's why, because I think we're gonna have to change this, because if I put the electric rack in, the pedal box will never fit. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll play. What we can do is because we can get your pedals pulled out, and then we can set the box in there, and then we can set the electric steering up and see. Yep, yeah, get all this stuff removed first, and then move that, and because I would like to. It don't even matter. Never mind. We don't need it for this car anymore. What's that? The brace for the brakes, but tilting pedals, baby. Tilting pedals. All right, now that the compressor turned off, look how slick Rick we are up in here. We're getting gussets built, all sorts of stuff. Sure, you guys can do this by hand, but if you save up a few $1,000s and learn a program, you can go ahead and cut this stuff out just as easy as us. Look at them bad boys. Those are gonna be going over on the roof rack to hold pipe in there with pre-made cuts already. I think those will work. I might have to double up the thickness of that. I might need to use a different material, make those a little stronger, but hey, we'll see, we'll see. Nonetheless, this one ready to cut, Donnie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look how clean that is. Minimal slag on the back too. Oh yeah. That would have taken me, I don't know, 5-ish minutes probably, or longer by hand. Then trying to get a 1-inch hole blowing in it would have taken forever. CNC, baby. These are gonna get welded on like so. There, there, and there. I think I'm gonna have to do a little bit thicker material for those, but they'll work for now. If anything, I'll just have Donnie actually cut another and I'll weld these up and double them up. And then this guy, oh man, that's gonna be perfect for doing Gusset City. They're gonna be all over the place here and there. We're gonna have them here. This one's they're gonna go like that. And now I'm gonna see if I was right on my hole size. It's for a 1-inch dimple die. Whoo! I think that's gonna be right. We might need to go just a hairy hair smaller. Can you go like a 0.95 or something, I guess?
It could be point whatever. It could be 0.009.
I'm gonna go press this real quick and see. This might actually be it, Donnie.
Alright.
I mean, along something. Here, maybe this will be enough. Maybe. Nope. I'll be back with y'all. That's flat. Oh, woo! Look at that, Donnie.
That's pretty cool.
Dang. Look, y'all. I think I need 11 more of these. Look at that. We even got the dimple die out and pressed it. That's gonna go just like that. Weld right in there. Maybe we'll go.
So why is it a little wobbly?
Because the
Yeah.
weld, if I just come up on top, there we go. And she still needs flattened out a little bit more.
Sure.
But we'll put them up like that. And actually I'm gonna cope this one a little bit, concave it. So I'm gonna have to, I guess, just pay attention to which way I press my my hole.
9 more of those?
So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 11 more. We need 11 more of those. Let's get to cutting. Hey, welcome back. It's Monday, everyone. We've got some beefcake springs for the front end of this thing now. They're actually overall about the exact same height as the ones that I had in there, but this spring weighs way less than this one. This spring's heavy. This one's pretty light. These were all cockeyed and whatnot, so hopefully these are what we're after. This is just a 1-inch drop spring, so hopefully it's stiffer and tighter and everything's good there that way. We got Frederick over here working on the driver's side, and I'm gonna go get started on the passenger side, see if we can't get these in. Then we're going to set it back down. Hopefully I got a little more clearance. If not, well, sucks to be me. I'll figure that out.
Sucks to be me too.
Sucks to be Donnie too. He's over here. It don't suck to be him. His car's getting worked on.
Not all the time.
Not all the time, right?
Just most of the time.
Just sometimes. And then Frederick and I are gonna do the fuel system on this. I'm gonna try to start running some lines and having him help me. I think we're gonna tag team this and that blue one just to get them wrapped up. And then him and I are gonna tag team the junkyard, so on and so forth. Some other little things this week. That's kind of where we're at. You got anything, Donnie?
I can't find the vinyl prep.
You can't find the vinyl prep.
Nope, I haven't.
What'd you do with it?
Wait, so what am I working on? Am I working on the fuel injection? Something else?
Is that what you're working on?
Yeah, I'm just gonna jump up there and
You're
do
gonna
this.
crawl up there on the ladder and bust it out for us?
Yeah, real quick.
Sweet.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. Yeah. Donnie's never done one, but hey,
No, it's easy.
it's easy. You don't gotta be a couple YouTube videos. That's a good word of wisdom. Your vinyl prep, sir, is right there on that table. I believe right there, right?
That's purple stuff.
Oh. What did we do with it after the Hatcho truck the other day?
What did we do with it after we put up the sticker on the that's the question. Where did
Oh, I don't know what you did with it. Okay, that's on you, bud. That ain't. What did you do with it? That's the bad. Yeah, it wasn't me. All right, can't help you there. And let us know if this quality is a little better, guys. I got a new lens for the GoPro, and hopefully it's mucho better. He found it right where he left it. What a guy. Just like that, we got these springs replaced. I think those are gonna hopefully work a whole lot better. They're right about the same height. It looks like the wheel's gonna be about the same place, but when we set it down, we should have a whole lot more ride height on it now with that stiffer spring. I just went ahead and ran this fuel line from the top of the tank right here, behind that spring, all the way up to the front. And then I also have to figure out if I have to throw this Holley fuel pump on here, which I don't know if it's a Holley pump. This fuel pump, let's see. It's got a flow, it's got a positive, negative, a 20 amp fuse is required. So maybe we will end up putting this guy in line over that Holley one. I would say, I mean, probably not be a bad idea. But this is also a electric fuel pump there, so I don't know, maybe. Looks like it would fit just fine. I think we'll throw that guy in there. But I think what we can actually do probably is get this running on that other fuel pump, and then if it don't run, I guess we can put this fuel pump on. I don't ask Frederick what he thinks.
About if you ain't got enough PSI.
That's kind of what I'm thinking, right? Because like that's an electric fuel pump. This is an electric pump.
Well, I think I want to say for carbureted you want to run about 7 PSI, and I want to say for fuel injected it's like 50.
Right.
So that might just be a higher pressured.
Probably.
But you probably need a fuel gauge though.
So we're gonna do a few things here. Get that on. Get these. I really kind of want to set this thing down and see if that wheel gap's fixed, but we can just go ahead and do it, he says. Let's dive into that. Can't quite set it down. We're actually gonna go ahead and get that Holley put on there. I gotta weld a hole in one of the exhaust for an O2 sensor and weld that in. It's a good thing I got some gas. And Frederick's gonna work on helping me with this carburetor. Like I said, we're gonna be tag teaming this one. We can get through them, I think, a little bit faster if we just start putting our minds together and working as a team here versus individually on these jobs. And he knows a bit about the carburetors. I know a little bits about fuel injection, so together, we're winning.
We can screw up.
We can screw all kind of things up, he says. I'm gonna work on the pump, he's gonna work on the front. And actually just looking at those springs on like, cause I've played with the truck a lot, I think that's gonna work a whole lot better.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the top.
Confidentiality.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. Look at that big old cookie for this guy here. Big old 2.9 this year, y'all.
He's just gonna eat one.
Just gonna eat
Just have
one.
one
I just
cookie.
need one cookie out of it. Just a bite of the whole cookie, you know? Man, this new lens is mucho better. It makes the 10 back to its glory, I tell you that much. Super happy with it. All right, as you guys could see, Frederick and I are cruising on this one. We got the springs in. I got the fuel pump all put up underneath there. It'll be clack-a-lacking some fuel here in a minute, I'm sure of it. We're trying to figure this guy out here. I don't even know what that plug is. That plug's kind of a weird plug, but we'll figure that out. We're trying to figure out the relay. We got some wiring there. You guys seen Frederick got this stabbed on there, all tightened down. We have to change these valve cover bolts. We're gonna loosen them. These points, I guess, are supposed to be pushing down on the valve cover, which makes sense. So you tighten that down and it kind of torques down. Makes a whole lot of sense to me that they would be that way. Frederick noticed that. And then, man, this intake was just looser than, it was just loose. We're about finished up with this Holley, so that's a good thing. If you guys don't know what you're doing, get on the old interweb and just look up some diagrams. You'll figure it out. That's what we're doing. Nothing crazy special, just take some time. Sometimes that's all it takes is time. I'm gonna eat some food and get back to work. Need a battery. But I got my coffee, got Frederick loaded up out there. We're gonna go hit the junkyard and get ourselves a J series for this. We got Alexa coming in, got her a whole list of good things to do today. Look at all that good stuff. Bam, we're gonna be busy around here. But we will catch you guys out at the junkyard. Well, I didn't want to, but we did. Made the drive out here to BWAP. It was about just at 2 hours, like just a couple over 2 hours. This girl boogies, let me tell you. We even got pulled over. I got the warning in the glove box, actually, I think, to prove it. The gentleman asked for a business card. That's how much he liked the whole Hatcho truck. So we're gonna grab our tools. We're gonna go hit the yard and hopefully get a manual K-Series trans and a J-Series. Load them back in this, cruise 90 all the way back home. We're out here. I think we're gonna have some good luck on finding a J-Series that we need. The big thing with them is we can't get these single port mouthed ones. We can, but that's not what I'm after, because then I got to get all the parts just for that engine there. The one that we have at the shop's a J32. We can start taking parts off of that if we can find a good candidate that has the actual open mouth style that we're after. I'm hoping we can find one out here. Time will tell. They're all these single mouth, big openings. We need the small opening. Here's one. Still all the way in. I'm trying to find one that has a transmission already pulled out of it. We'll find something. There's got to be something out here. See all these J series? There's a bunch of them. That's another bolt in. I want to find one that's already pulled. Tranny already pulled on it. And one that looked like it was running and driving when it came into the yard. That's a bolt-on one there too. That one might not be bad. Maybe rear end issues. Me no say on that one. I did find this one right here, I believe it is. This one right here already has the transmission pulled, and it's the one that we kind of need. It looks like this was running and driving when it came in here, if you ask me. I think this is the one we're gonna pull. So I'm gonna go find Lyle now. This thing's all beat up, so I'm pretty positive it was running and driving. We got like 4 hours to get everything we need. So I'm trying to find one that already has the transmission pulled on it to save us a little time and a little headache, so we can get everything we came down here after. I didn't drive 2.5 hours to go home empty-handed. That's all I gotta say. 3.5, that's another one. We got what we need. I'm gonna go find Lyle. Hopefully it's a good day out here. Heard a whistle, but he's a skewer type. I'll get a Huey before I get a whistle. How's it going? Lyle, is it our lucky day? Nope, not quite. Dang. Little EF out here yet?
So we already got the subframe unbolted.
Someone was probably trying to get her, huh?
Subframe, lower control arms on that side was all undone.
Okay.
I don't know what's keeping it in. Maybe the rack.
They forgot. No, they did literally pull all the subframe bolts.
Yeah, oh, that's
I didn't say. I thought maybe they forgot one, but
I
no.
think maybe the rack's the only thing keeping it in.
Probably up on the column.
Is there a drain plug laying around somewhere?
Bet we could find one.
I bet we can find one too, because this one's missing a drain plug.
Okay.
Somebody drained it. Oh yeah, they drained it over there at the, yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, here we go.
What?
Okay. Right here, above your lower control.
Oh yeah, this one.
Is that
That's
there?
right, yep.
Okay.
So we just gotta take them 214s or that one. And then that cradle's gonna drop down a good little bit. We can leave the engine in because it'll be held on by this mount.
Yep.
Couple bolts over there. I found us an engine that already has the transmission pulled too.
Nice.
Front end collision. So runner driver, they already got the cradle all dropped.
Front end's missing?
It's still there. But the engine's like,
Right.
I think we pull the bolt and it falls out.
Sure.
So that'll be a good easy come up. Yeah. I'm gonna hop in on this with Frederick and we're gonna get this transmission pulled out of this thing.
Yeah, I was looking at it right and I'm like, well, what's the easiest?
All right, y'all, we're gonna clean up a few tools, load up this transmission. This here is a APG6 5-speed Accord off of a K24. This is like your 03 to 07 era. This one will be for sale. It is confirmed good. Obviously the car was running and driving when it was brought in. Huge shout out to Texas Honda Channel for saying that this was out here. We drove all the way from Dallas, like I said, flew down here, scooped this up, and we're scooping up a J series. Freaking stoked, y'all. Victim number 2. This Odyssey here, front end collision. Looks like it's got a perfect J35 in it. Everything we need. Cradle's already dropped, engine's already dropped. We're gonna cut the front end off this thing to make it even easier for us. Just pop it right on out. All digital. No one will know how many miles. You're good, Lyle. Oh, yep. Kenny's gonna have himself a good engine here. Boom! And just like that, we have got ourselves a J35. Yes, it's got some oil leaks, but I think it's gonna be a good one. This thing was obviously running, little front end collision. It went to Copart. It still has the Copart key. I think we've got ourselves a solid engine here. And if not, we're gonna rebuild it anyway. So if it was good, yeah, it doesn't freaking matter because we're gonna be going through it anyways. We're really just after the block itself. I think we're gonna end up using Kenny's heads if they're good. If they're not good, we're gonna clean up these 35 heads, do gaskets, studs, put it all together. But it's 3 o'clock. We made record time, 2 hours. We got all this out. And that was fully out of the car. We didn't have to do suspension, but we had to do everything else to get it fully out. And then this one had the transmission pulled, luckily already on it, which also makes me think it's a good one. Yeah. Somebody wanted the trans out of it. So hey, we're gonna hit the road, get this stuff loaded up, see how much this hurts the old pocketbook, and head 2.5 hours back north. Just like that, Hatcho truck's got a J series and a 5-speed K series trans in it. Score right there. We're about, can't even tell, not even squatted. We're about $500 into these pieces right here, give or take. I think, could be wrong, I think it's right around that. Let's get these things home, get them in cars. Once again, we're stuck in the good old Waco traffic.
Oh boy.
Can't beat it, but our load's secure. It's running good. We're cruising like 80. Speed limit, you know. You can't beat this little truck, let me tell you. Heck, it might be for sale eventually too for one of you guys to purchase. Just saying. And if you haven't got your merch yet, make sure to go to roachworks.com and get it. If you haven't, you're missing out. I'm telling you, kind of like this traffic. You're missing out on it.
Yeah, you're really missing out on that. Let me tell you, it's a rip-roaring good time.
Dang straight. We're gonna sit here, hopefully make it through. You get home at a decent hour. It's only 4 o'clock. We made a real good time.
Only 4 o'clock.
Only 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Take an hour to get through traffic.
Cruise today.
We cruised, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we literally left Dallas at 11. Drove 2.5 hours to Belton. Got everything.
Pulled the motor and tranny.
Yep.
Loaded it up.
Loaded it up.
Driving back.
Driving back.
4:15.
Did it with a bunch of hand tools and power tools, baby. They make your life real easy. Yeah, a little bit. It worked well. It went fast.
Hey, if it works, it ain't stupid.
There it is. We got a pretty good combined brain, let me tell you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We've worked with the wrong tools our whole life.
The whole time. But we grabbed all the right ones today. That was a bonus. Yeah. And Cage, if you're watching these, you really know how to sharpen a knife, bud.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
If you ever need a knife sharpened,
hit up Cage.
hit up Cage.
Yep. Or send it to Roachworks and we'll get it sharpened for you.
Sharpen the piss out of it.
Yeah, send it right back. Everybody needs a Cage sharp knife. Let's get back to the shop. We made it back. That was a drive. The Hatcho truck's a dream, but by golly, you can tell it's a '89 Honda at the end of the day. She rides like one, she feels like one. Hey, we made it though. We made it. All good. She cruised like 90 every chance she had. No problems.
Every chance you got.
Every chance she got. Ran good. It's sitting pretty level now. We had a few scrapes. Other than that, no issues other than getting pulled over. But hey, that's a new customer, so we'll take it.
Worked out real good.
Okay. Oh man, can't be mad at that. we're back. This thing's gonna have an engine now. How exciting. Catch you guys when we get something else done. Day after my birthday and we just down here hustling yet. I love the grind, y'all. Makes you a stronger, tougher, better person. That's all I gotta say. Look at those. Hell yeah, is all I gotta say. Look, I've only used that much of my rod. One rod only. I'm so pumped right now, y'all. I'm gonna film my next one, that's how pumped I am. So I've got this one ready to go in. I just gotta give it a little cleaning, give that a little Scotch-Brite, and I'll be ready to weld it up. So let's cross our fingers that it goes as good as that one. I'm just gonna grind, bust these out, and then knock this transmission job out that I have sitting over here on the bench. Huge shout out to my new worker Alexa for getting this all cleaned up for me and stuff. Look at that, all nice and clean. That case is spotless. Yep. And then as you guys seen, Frederick and I, my boy Frederick, we knocked that out in record time today. I mean, we were down there and back in like 5-6 hours, and 4 of that was driving. So yeah, we're gonna go weld this one up and see how it goes. And just like that, I got them all welded up. Those went pretty good. I haven't picked up the welder for a little while, and I'm real happy with how those turned out. I'm gonna end this video there for you guys. Leave you on a little bit of a cliffhanger there. Tune in next week for this supercharger install. Nacho's truck going home. J-Series getting slapped in this. And a whole lot of work going on Donovan's ZG. I really hope you enjoyed the video this week. Get out there and do something fun, and we'll catch you on the next episode.